Before you chase your first million, you have to understand the gap between making a single dollar and building a billion-dollar empire. Today, we're diving deep into the real differences, and they go far beyond just the numbers. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to Luxefluent for weekly insights into wealth, mindset, and strategy. The difference isn't just numbers, it's entirely different games. When you're trying to make your first dollar, you're often working alone. You're probably exchanging time for money, offering a service, selling a product, or performing a task. There's little to no infrastructure. The thinking is short-term and immediate. How do I earn something now? But making $1 billion is a completely different game. It's about designing systems that scale without your constant input. You're not looking for fast wins. You're building something that grows even when you're not working. At the $1 billion level, wealth is often made through equity, ownership, and massive leverage. This is why strategies that work for one phase don't scale up, and those that work for billionaires don't work for beginners. Earning $1 is operational. Earning $1 billion is strategic. To earn $1, you need to perform an action, wash a car, deliver food, sell lemonade. You're physically or mentally present. Every dollar is the direct result of your labor. For billion-dollar ventures, success is built on strategy, identifying scalable markets, leveraging assets, and optimizing systems. These people don't think, how can I make money today? They ask, what value can I create at scale, and how can I systemize and monetize it globally? This is why billionaires obsess over structure, market positioning, and network effects, not just effort or skill. Risk, tolerance, and leverage set billionaires apart. Someone making their first few dollars tends to avoid risk. They self-fund, keep costs low, and fear loss. But billionaires play with risk differently. They take calculated risks, often backed by investor capital, and use leverage, financial, technological, and human. They understand that risk is necessary for exponential growth. They know how to hedge their losses, diversify assets, and turn risk into opportunity. The regular person asks, what if it fails? The billionaire asks, what if it works, and how big could it get? From solo effort to building teams and systems, when you earn a few dollars, you're the product, marketer, customer service, and delivery person. Everything relies on you. To build something that earns billions, you have to build a machine that runs without you. That means hiring teams, creating SOPs, standard operating procedures, developing automation, and designing systems. You shift from doing the work to designing the work. The billionaire's role becomes about leadership, culture, and vision, not execution. Your market dictates your ceiling. If you're earning $1 selling snacks at a school gate, your market is tiny. You're constrained by geography and local demand. To earn $1 billion, your product or service must be able to serve millions or even billions of people, preferably in a market that is growing, global, and scalable. That's why billionaires often build tech platforms, consumer brands, logistics networks, or financial services. These are areas with unlimited demand, high margins, and the ability to grow across borders. Small players use tools. Big players acquire resources. To make your first dollar, you can use free tools, DIY solutions, or low-cost platforms. Your resource base is limited. To make $1 billion, you must acquire, attract, or partner with resources, capital, talent, intellectual property, distribution networks, and legal infrastructure. This requires not just money, but also influence, credibility, and strategic thinking. Billionaires don't just ask, what tools can I use? They ask, what assets can I control that others depend on? The time horizon is vastly different. Small income is typically immediate. You perform a task and get paid right after. But building a billion-dollar company can take 10 to 20 years or more. It demands patience, long-term vision, and the ability to delay gratification. Billionaires plant seeds that may not bear fruit for years, but when they do, the scale of return is enormous. This difference in time preference is key. Most people want money now. Builders of billion-dollar empires aim for forever wealth. Linear versus exponential growth. Why scaling matters. At the early stages, offering one-on-one services or small sales, growth is linear. More hours worked means more dollars earned, but there's a hard ceiling. Time is limited, and scaling beyond personal effort is impossible. By contrast, platforms and digital products can grow exponentially. Consider network effects. Each new user adds value for all users, creating a virtuous feedback loop. Metcalfe's law explains this. The value of a network increases roughly as the square of its users. Uber, for example, uses two-sided network effects. More drivers mean shorter wait times, which attracts more riders, which attracts more drivers again. Airbnb works similarly. Hosts attract guests, and guests attract hosts in turn. The cost of adding an additional driver or listing is negligible compared to growth in users, illustrating how digital platforms achieve large-scale growth with minimal incremental effort. There's also learning curve leverage. As volume increases, cost per unit often drops, like solar panels or software, enabling further growth and wider margins. Legacy industries don't scale this way, digital and platform businesses do. Wealth as multipliers, leverage in action. The leap from one person's effort to billions involves multipliers. People. Hiring a team transforms impact from individual to organizational. Processes, systems, ergo SOPs, automation ensure repeatability. Technology and data scale through algorithms and real-time platforms. Uber processes petabytes of data daily to optimize supply, pricing, and routes. Capital, access to funding and assets allows risk-taking at scale. A real-world example, Rose Han started with in-person classes, one-to-one, then group sessions, one-to-many, and finally launched digital courses, generating six-figure income in days with only one-time effort. On an enterprise level, exponential organizations like Airbnb, GitHub, Uber grow 10 times faster than traditional companies due to their purpose-driven agility and scalable digital infrastructure. Work smart, not just hard. The leverage mindset. Hard work alone isn't enough to reach massive scale. Instead, billion-dollar builders focus on leverage. Create products or platforms once, sell them many times. Automate and optimize systems to run without constant supervision. Build communities that support and grow the ecosystem organically. Rose Han's story again. Her digital product, made in a week, earned a year of live teaching. Uber's real-time data infrastructure supports millions of rides daily without manual coordination. This is working on leverage, not in leverage. Exponential organizations, EXOs, share traits like massive transformative purpose, community engagement, staff on demand, and algorithmic decision-making, all designed to amplify human effort exponentially, not linearly. At the earliest stage, income depends on direct labor, your time traded for money, creating a hard cap on growth. In contrast, billion-dollar builders embrace exponential growth, leveraging network effects where value increases roughly as users squared, just as described by Metcalfe's law. Platforms like Uber and Airbnb illustrate this beautifully. Each new driver or host doesn't just add revenue, they elevate the entire network's utility and attract more participants. Next, consider leverage. We learned from Rose Han's model of one-to-infinity leverage, evolving from one-to-one effort to scalable digital offerings, enabling massive income shifts in days, combined with exponential organization strategies, which employ agile systems, purpose-driven culture, and tech to outperform peers by 10 times or more. This explains how modern unicorns scale rapidly. Finally, it's not about toiling harder. It's about working smart, designing repeatable products, automating processes, and enabling systems that earn without consuming more of your own time. That's the transformation, from earning your first dollar to creating self-sustaining wealth that operates at scale. So what do you think? Are you still trading time for money, or are you starting to think like a builder? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Luxefluent and click the video in the upper right corner for more wealth and mindset insights. Get fluent, stay fluent.